I think we could all relate to having bad friends, and you treat them like a good friend, and you feel like you're really close to them, and y'all do get along, but it just seems like they don't really value you as a friend. When they go to places, they don't really invite you, they invite other people, and it seems like they're only around you for you to listen to their problems. When they got problems, they want to come to you. They never really think about you. They never really think about your feelings, if they're hurting you, if they're leaving you out of things, or if they want to include you to anything fun. You're always the last person that they think of to call, and they'll only call you if they have room or space. If there's simply not enough room on a trip, they're not going to invite you. It's going to be them and all their other friends. And you question, like, is that really your friend? Like, do they ever consider you? Do they ever think about how you feel? It's like they always put you second, but you always put them first. You just feel like an option. And it's like the people that don't really care about them, they put them as priority because they're the cooler ones. And it frustrates you. It's like everything you do for them, they don't really appreciate you. They don't really care about you. They don't really think about you. They only think about you when they have a problem, when they want to have someone to rant to. And just having that type of friend around is like a strain on your mental health. Like mentally you're not happy, and you're always thinking about how it's not fair that they treat you like this. You always think about how much you do for them and how little they care about you. And if you have friends that don't have your back, always laughs at you and make fun of you, and it seems like every time you have a disagreement within a friend group, they're always on the side of the other person. They're never on your side. Those type of friends are not really worth having. I had to stop hanging out with a bunch of people. There was a lot of friends that I cut out of my life simply because they wasn't really my friends. And if anything, they were just dragging me down and making me feel like nothing. Like I wasn't important. Like I wasn't really their friend. Like I don't really hang out with people that waste my time or don't respect me. I don't really put up with that stuff no more. Like when I was younger, I used to put up with a lot of things. I used to be tolerant of people. And a lot of times, the only reason why we were friends is because I tolerated them. If I didn't tolerate them and actually said how I really felt, we would probably get into fights. Like I don't even think we would have even been friends, or we wouldn't have even lasted that long. Like sometimes I would pretend that, oh no, it's cool, bro. We chilling. Nah, don't even worry about it. But it was like, bro, that shit bothered me. And it's like some of the stuff that they did, if I had really talked about it, you know what I mean? If I had really not put up with it, probably be a lot of arguments and fights. I don't even think we would have been friends for that long. So I had to question, like, are they really my friends? And let's talk about the friends that don't respect your time. Like, I remember there was a time in my life where I was really busy and I really wasn't hanging out with anybody. Like, maybe every couple months I would hang out with my friends, but I was very busy. And there was one friend that would ask me to hang out, and he was like, yo, you trying to hang next week? And I'm like, all right, cool, we could chill. And then when next week came, he was like, oh nah, bro, I can't hang out no more. I forgot I had to chill with one of my family members. But I was like, oh, that's cool. And he was like, all right, let's schedule for next week. And I was like, all right. And I was cool with it because, you know, I'm understanding. I'm like, oh, you gotta hang out with a family member and you had already scheduled with him beforehand. But then I was like, how'd you forget? How did you forget that you scheduled with him already? Like, why would you ask me to hang out on that same day? But I was cool with it because I was like, he hanging out with family, like that's cool, like I ain't gonna trip. And then next week came, like right before we was about to hang out, he texted me. He was like, oh yeah, I'm about to be there, bro, I'm about to be there. So I'm like, all right, cool. So then I go to the place and I stayed there for about 20 minutes. He ain't show up, he ain't say nothing, I ain't hear nothing. So I'm like, yo, this dude not gonna show up. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna head back. I'ma just leave. And you know what makes it worse? I ain't hear from him. He ain't say, oh nah, bro, something came up, my bad, bro. Nah, he waited until the next day. Midday, he was like, oh nah, sorry, bro, I was busy. I'm like, come on, bruh. You playing. First of all, you know I'm busy, but he flaked 2 weeks in a row. I felt like he ain't respect me because not only did he not show up, he ain't say nothing for the rest of the day. He waited till tomorrow, midday, to be like, oh no, I forgot, bro. Like, come on, bruh. Like, he ain't value my time. I had to cut him off. And I really thought about it. I was like, yeah, we get along. Yeah, there's a lot of things that we talk about, but he don't put me as priority. Like, so many times, like, there were times where I needed him. And I was like, bro, you good to hang? And he would be like, and he's like, yeah, bro, we can meet up. And then I'm almost there. And he's like, oh, nah, bro, something came up, man. Like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. But I know he not doing nothing. He just hanging out with somebody else. And there was times where I really needed him. And he would cancel on me last minute when I'm literally almost there. So I was like, oh, nah, bruh. But, you know, I let it slide a little too many times. So I really thought about it. I was like, do I really want to keep somebody like that in my life? Someone that's not reliable, somebody that don't respect my time, someone that don't respect me and don't put me as priority, but I'm always there for him. I was like, nah. But sometimes to really improve our life and to really get better and become the best versions of ourselves, we have to hang out with good influences. We can't hang out around toxic people. We can't hang around fake friends. We can't hang around people that are not good for us and don't care about us, because it's just a mental strain. Like, you really just have to cut out all the bad friends and bad influences in your life. It's great to have friends that spend time with you when everything is great, but you need friends that will be there for you when you're down. Those are the best friends. It's about who's there when you're down. It's about who's there when you're not at your best, when you have nothing to offer them but your friendship. That's when you know it's a true friend. You can't focus on your life if you got people dragging you down emotionally. You want to hang around the right people with the right mindset that want to get to places. You really want to be around people that want to improve. Sometimes it really just takes cutting out toxic people for you to be happy, and just having friends that are genuinely there for you, not for anything else. And when you have a good friend, don't mess it up. There's so many people that have genuine good friends in their life that they take for granted, because there's really only a few people in this world that genuinely care about you. And when you find true friends, and when you find a good relationship, don't mess it up. Those are hard to come by. So many people screw up genuine friendships and real relationships for fake ones, for excitement. They think so short term, but they don't think about who are the people that are going to be there for you when you're down, when you have nothing. Because everyone's going to have those days when they're down, but who are the ones that are going to be there for you? Don't ever mess up a real friendship to impress somebody. Like, I know so many situations where someone will clown on their real friends just to make somebody else laugh because they're trying to impress them. Like, don't ever screw over people that genuinely care about you, because if you don't have people that care about you, what do you really have? You have nothing. Keep the real ones close to you.